Howdy y'all, it's Kathy from RustPaperScisoors, and I'm here today to do the Grungy Tag Challenge 2025. The prompt this month was paint or ink, and so I knew I wanted to do a metal tag. I had these digital images, and I really just love them. These are the two that I really wanted to use as inspiration. I love the blue and the rust, so I thought I would see if I couldn't recreate these, and we'll see how I did. But what I did was I took a plain rusted tag, and first I tried just using Distress Oxide ink, and I used speckled egg, but you really can't see it, and it kind of was rubbing off, so I covered it with some collage medium just so maybe I could, salvage it. And so, I mean, it's okay, but you can't really see it. It's not the effect that I wanted. Then the next thing I did was just take a rusted tag and I added crackle paste and distressed paint, and got similar to the effect I was hoping for. This is one of the tags. This one, I must have put the paste on a little thick and it cracked bigger. I do notice that the cracks are starting to flake off a little bit, so I'm trying not to touch it too much. This was a smaller tag that I did, the same thing. It's flaking, it's cracking, but it does come off. And then this one, I put the paste on very thinly, and you can barely see any cracks, but it kind of worked. The thing I didn't like about this one, I spread it out so thin at the top here, trying just to get it to fade out, and I didn't really like that look because it doesn't have any of the crackles in it. So these were some of the things that I was struggling with. On this one of the things that I did like was how the rust kind of seeped through the crackle paste and paint. So I thought that was a neat effect. When I didn't get the exact look I was going for, I went to Tim Holtz and watched some of his demonstrations on texture mediums, and he suggested that if I had taken a tag, a slick surface for the crackle paste, if you cover it with some collage medium, it will give the crackle paste something to hold on to. So I was doing a video earlier today trying to get this video done, and I messed up, so I had to start over. But this is an example of a tag that is covered with distressed collage medium, and then I added the crackle paste and paint, and I'm just trying to let it dry. I don't know that it'll dry by the time we finish, but I did try that. But I was just going to show you quickly what I did on these other tags with just a plain rusted tag and then using the crackle paste and the paint. I took some of the paste and I just, put it on my, this is a little deli paper. And then I'm trying to get it a little bit darker. I think I would like it. I don't have a lot of distressed paint, so I'm just using speckled egg. And I just wish it was a little bit darker. So let's see how this does. Maybe this will get a little bit better. And then you just mix it up. It's very easy. Y'all have seen this probably a million times. But I'm just going to spread it on there. Try and get a little thicker coat. Try to go to the edge. I want to leave some of that rust showing, so I'm not going to just put it everywhere. I want it to look like it's been worn, and So that's all we're going to do. Oh, Let's see if I can get that even. There we go. So that's all I'm going to do. And I'll put it off to dry. And then we'll look at that at the end of the time. I don't think it will have enough time to have crackled, but we'll see. So that's using the Distress Paint and Crackle Paste. And so again, here are the ones that I had primed first for the demonstration. And again, this one is the very thin crackle. This is just a little thicker crackle. And then this is the one. So those are, I'm going to use a couple of these, and we're going to make some other tags. Let me get set up and I'll be right back. Okay, these are the 3 tags that I wanted to make today. And the first one, all I did was took a rusted number. I'm sorry, my hands are dirty. I took a rusted number and I added some foam tape to the back just to give it a little dimension. And all we're going to do is glue this down. And I think that works for this tag. Just trying to get that around and everywhere. So all I'm going to do is I just wanted some of the little rusted to show. I'm going to try and get it centered. And so now we have a rusty tag with crackle paint and a rusted number. I'm going to add another hole at the end, and we'll add some brads and see, they look like a little bit more finished. Then this tag, again, I wanted to highlight, the crackle paint. So I found these, they were tickets that I had gotten, I believe, from Temu. And I just was going to put one off to the side here. And then I didn't want it to look like a tag, a ticket, so I'm going to add this little piece. This is I had gotten some vintage library cards from a little bookseller we have locally. And I'm trying to see if this is straight. I don't know that. Okay, so that's that tag. And then I probably would go over these. I will probably go over these with collage medium. Then these 2 little tags I just thought would be cute. This is the one that I used the oxide ink on that didn't really work. And so I'm just going to add this little ticket to it. And then this one is just the same thing, the little ticket. And I wanted to add it on there. I stapled that together with a rusty staple. Whenever I can use rust, I try to use it. And so we'll just put that there. Okay. And let me glue that down. Okay, while those dry, I'll show you a couple of other things that I did. These were 3 tags that I did when I was trying to learn how to do this technique, and I wasn't exactly pleased with them. This is, again, a tag that I had just the ink on, the oxide ink, and then I added a digital number and went over it with collage medium. I think it looks okay. And then this one was just a tag. I used some of the tape along the side, it's like ruler tape, and then I added a library card. I was having trouble gluing that down, so that's why I didn't do this one on camera, but I finally figured the Barely Art glue held it better than the collage medium. And then this was one that I did with just a metal tag, and then I added some snowfall grit paste, and I added some of the distress paint to it, but I didn't like it because it was sparkly. I don't know if you can see it here, but it wasn't exactly the look I was going for. So I wasn't exactly happy with that. But let's come back to the tags that we made. And these are the tags. And what I wanted to do on these larger tags, I thought it would be fun to put a hole in the bottom and have a hole, have a brad in the top and bottom. So I'm going to try and center that. I'm trying to center that hole. And then you can just see how easy this stuff. So now we have a hole at the top and the bottom. And then what I was thinking would be fun would be to have a brad at the top and the bottom. And then that just kind of finishes it off, looking like that might be a rusted tag. And then this one is just done with a little bit of collage. And again, I was going to add a hole at the bottom here. Okay. And again, we'll add a brad, a top and bottom brad. And let's see, that's what that one looks like. With the rusted brads. And then these two little ones, I just wanted to use tiny brads. So we'll put just 2 on this one. This would be how you could attach it to your paper. So that's the tag, and then this little tag. And I would appreciate your comments. Let me know if you felt like I achieved my inspiration. But that's just a little tag with the small little brads in it. And then this one again. So these were the tags that we made. And again, this was my inspiration, this tag, and then this tag. So I'd appreciate it if you let me know how you thought I did. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate you hitting the like button. Let's look at this. Obviously hasn't dried at all, but this is the one we did on just the plain metal tag. And it's not dry at all. And then this one is the one that I did just a little bit earlier. And it's starting to dry. It's starting to crack just a little, but it's not there yet. So I'll let you know in the next video how it turned out when I do the next monthly challenge. But I do appreciate your time. I do have the rusted elements in my shop if you're interested. Thank you very much.